Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, here we are. It's Wednesday, and that means it's time for Wiccan Wednesday. I thought we'd go out and be in nature today, because connecting to the earth is so much part of the mystical path. I got on my shirt today. I don't know if you guys can see. I got on my red pentacle shirt. I got on my pentacle pendant. Can you see that? Psychic Bob is definitely in the mode of the Wicca today. And I got Louie with me, and he's having a good time. And we're just out seeing and being seen. So it's an awesome day, so come along on the walk with me. I'm so fortunate to live by this amazing park that's just full of lush greenery. And as I look into the woods, I swear I see the presence of the green man everywhere. Just beautiful. Our sky has dramatic clouds today, if you guys can see that. Feels like a storm might be coming. It's getting really cool all of a sudden. But that's okay. I don't mind if a storm comes. I can dance and sing in the rain. I recently saw a sign at a store. You can buy those decorative signs, and it said life is not about how to survive the storm, but how to learn to dance in the rain. I really like that, because I think all of us, we get to those times where we feel like life is a storm, and so we got to change that energy and turn it into a celebration. I know a lot of people have been very upset, really all over the world, because of the flooding in Houston. And, my heart really goes out to those people. And, I was thinking, here at Spirit Channel, we're a force for good. And I do believe that if we pull together and we use our consciousness, we can bring healing. I'd like also to bring in spiritual healing as well, and material healing. And so I'm thinking about doing a drawing here. I'd like to do a fundraiser, and what I want you to do is, the Red Cross is asking for disaster relief, and I would like to ask you guys, if you can, to go to the Red Cross website. I'll put the link below, and make a donation to the disaster relief in Houston. This is, from what I understand, some of the worst flooding in the history of the United States. And I've seen the films, the devastation, it's beyond belief. So, if you can, try to make a donation. If you can make a donation, send me a copy of the receipt or a screenshot of your receipt, and I'm going to enter you into a drawing. And what we're going to do is, next week I'm going to pull a person from the hat. So everybody who makes a donation and submits their receipt to me, or a copy of it, you'll be entered into a drawing. And whoever I draw, you will win a free hour-long reading with me. And, this is my way of helping the disaster relief. So I invite all of you to go to the Red Cross website. Again, the link will be below. And, make a donation. They're asking for like a $10 donation, if possible. And if you can do that, it will make a world of difference to those people who are suffering. As you can see, I'm walking down this beautiful woodland path. It's lined on each side by beautiful oak trees. It's really like something out of a movie, Guys, I also want to say thank you. Thank you for all of you who've been coming out to my recent videos the last few days. Yesterday we had messages from the spirit world, so if you didn't see that, you want to check that out, okay? We also had a video about Doreen Virtue, and I hope that's been helping a lot of you. A lot of people have been saying it's been helpful. So I'm just, I'm so glad we're able to gather as a community and help each other. By the way, as I'm walking down through here, I'm seeing this little vista here. And just through the trees, whoop, you can't see it. I don't know if you can. There are a bunch of ducks, or geese, excuse me, going down the river here. Canadian geese. And every time I see them, that means it's a change of seasons. Do you see them through the window there, the opening? They're so beautiful and tranquil. You know, it's days like this, days of calm, when I like to come and study nature. You know, nature has its wrathful side. We've certainly seen that in Texas. And I'm very thankful for the calm that I live in today. Some of you have written to me and you said, Psychic Bob, I've just started on my spiritual path. I'm really drawn to Wicca. What do I do? Well, you know, Wicca, a large part of Wicca is getting in tune with the earth. So I would say probably the first thing to do is literally go out and walk. Walk in nature like I am now. Talk to the trees. Talk to the rocks. Mother Earth is literally beneath our feet. As we walk on her, we should do it so with reverence and respect. The earth really is our mother. Here's this beautiful oak tree here. And if you look, it looks like he has eyes. Do you see this? That tree is watching us through his eyes. So we can talk to the tree. And we say, Mr. Tree, we're so glad to meet you. Will you let us pet you and be your friend and touch you and hug you? I think it's wonderful to go up and just touch the trees with their permission. Honor them, bless them because they bless us. And if you want, you can even hug a tree. I love to hug trees. Ah, thank you, Mr. Tree. You see, the earth is alive and we're alive. We're part of the earth. You know, people started a myth a long time ago that there's the earth and then there are people, as if we're separate. And that's created a lot of destruction. So for those of you starting on your spiritual path, those of you who are starting to say, how do I embrace, you know, the powers that you talk about? How do I start that? Well, it starts with walking, and it starts with literally going out and connecting back to the earth. I would also encourage you to read everything you can find. One of my favorite books is Scott Cunningham's book, Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary. As Wiccans, we believe that we can see divinity all around us. We relate to the sun as a symbol of the god, and we call the moon a symbol of the goddess. Right now, our Sun Lord has decided to come out from behind the clouds, and there he is, high in the sky, shining down. Absolutely beautiful. So as I stand beneath the sun, I can chant the ancient names of the god. Osiris, Apollo. You see, the ancient gods, Thor, Pan, Cernunnos. All of these names represent male divinity. And in the sun, we see a symbol of the ancient beliefs of the great god. And so, when you go out in nature, go out and look at the sun, attune to the earth, become one with the reality, and realize that you are not disconnected. You are part of all of it. At night, go out under the moon, look at the stars. You see, the mysteries of the Wicca are really all around us. The thing is, most people just don't even realize it. An interesting experiment that I like to do, and some of you have heard this before, but I always say, go out walking in your neighborhood on a full moon night. And as you walk by people, I've done this, I'll say, oh, what a beautiful moon. Isn't that moon amazing tonight? Full moon. People go, oh, what? Oh, I didn't even notice. And it's like, it's the full moon. They're out under it, and they don't even realize the full moon is that night when they're directly under it. So you see, as a Wicca, sometimes we may feel as if we are kind of alone, because Most of the world doesn't see our reality. But don't let that stop you. Discover the magic inherent in the very earth. See, magic is not some force that comes down to us from some faraway place. It's here now. It's part of who we are. And so as we attune to the earth, we attune to that very power. And as I look at the greenery, I always think of the Green Man and the Earth Mother. They're both so interconnected. As you can see, this beautiful little creek that runs here near my home, just lovely. It really is a place of green magic. You know, everything in nature is a tool. We can find sticks on the ground. They can become our wands. Rocks can become our altars, or tree stumps. And in fact, here's one of my favorite rocks. I call this my altar in the park. And I have used this as a ritual altar before. Isn't it beautiful? Look, in fact, I'll set my Louis Vuitton bag on it, and you can see it. Isn't that wonderful? You see how big that is? What a great altar that is. I've come out here and brought my wand and athame and chalice and held ritual right here by the waterfront, surrounded by the temple of the trees. I think it makes for a wonderful altar. And you know, if you get out and walk and explore, you'll find natural places, places that will speak to you, that will be magical. I think it's so magical. You know, one time I was here at this altar and I was doing a ritual and a giant thunderstorm came. I got thoroughly drenched, but I had a great time. You see, that's magic. You know, as I sit here at this bridge, I can hear the cicadas in the trees and the birds chirping. I'm looking down here in our creek to see if I see any fish today. So far, I'm not seeing any. Water's a little murky today. Some days it's clearer. Usually I can come right up here and look down in and see fish. Just not seeing any today. But it is beautiful down through here. So guys, for those of you who've been writing saying, how do I start? Try doing what we suggested today. Get out, connect to the earth, then start reading. As I was saying, Scott Cunningham is one of my favorite authors. He has a wonderful book called Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary Practitioner. I recommend it highly. Start with that. That will give you a good grounding. It will teach you exercises to learn how to work with energy and how to find your way and to connect to the gods. Understand the cycles. Wicca, though, isn't just found in books, it's found in practice. So make sure to do the exercises, meditate, walk, find your gods and goddesses, and you will have a blessing like you can never imagine. Wicca has brought me a lot of peace in my life, and despite what some people would say, it's not evil. Wicca is really about life itself. So I encourage you to get out and explore it. Well guys, I'm sure glad that you came with us on Wiccan Wednesday and had this walk and took this time so we could be together. And if you want to help me out, make sure to like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, and if you can, hit subscribe. And if you would, please go to the info box below for the link to the Red Cross site, and let's all try to give a donation to help save lives from the devastating floods in Texas. So many lives have been destroyed and damaged, and here at Spirit Channel we can be a force for healing, a force for good. So let's work together and bring some light to this world. I love you guys. Sending you my blessings. We'll see you here tomorrow on Thursday. We're going to have Vlog Thursday, and I look forward to it. Blessings to you all.